So I went to the NHS first, and that was about a year ago now, and they put me on a wait list for a GIC, and they told me it was going to be about 3 or 4 years until I was seen for my initial appointment, and you have to have like an initial appointment and then like a consult, and then you even go to surgery, so it's quite a lengthy process. So I decided when I hit about 6 months on T, which was December of last year, that I'd start looking for private, and I found Mr. Vahidi, and within a month I was having surgery. I think again I was quite lucky, as you know, transgender care literally just opened. I was like one of the first patients through the doors, but also the wait times are really short for transgender care compared to like other private sectors as well. So I think I had an e-consult first, and it was about 10 minutes long, and they made me feel really comfortable. He was Vahidi and Jordan, and I thought Mr. Vahidi was a really lovely guy, interesting guy, he's quite funny, and yeah, Jordan was really lovely as well, so they made me feel really comfortable, and they answered pretty much every question I had in about 10 minutes, which was really good. Well, my parents were both with me, and they were both really anxious, and I think it made me a little bit anxious, but mostly I was excited because, well, it's a life-changing thing, isn't it? It's, you know, once in a lifetime, you're not gonna have surgery twice. It didn't really feel real, I don't think, until I got to the hospital, and then I got here and they put me in that little gown and like, you know, did the markings, took the pictures, and I felt really comfortable all the way through the process. A lot better than I expected. I already expected really good aftercare because everyone was so lovely, but they were constantly checking up on me, you know, sending like messages on WhatsApp, making sure I was all right, and whenever I had a question, they were always ready to call, and there's a 24-hour like call line that they give you when you come out of surgery, and I think Jordan runs it, who's the nurse, so literally around the clock care whenever you need it, and they asked me to stay close to the hospital for like the first 3 or 4 days, I think, until I got the drains out. So, and they were prepared to like see me at whatever time if there was any complications or things like that, so I felt really comfortable. 100%. I think, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but I think he's probably the best surgeon there is, at least in England. I haven't talked to any others, but everyone else they just didn't seem as nice and as caring. It was more like transactional. It was more about, you know, you come, you get a service, you pay them the money, you're off. Like, it's just beneficial to both parties, but there's no like personal relationships between like the surgeons and the patients and the nurses and all of that, whereas like at transgender care, it felt like a family. And like I also messaged other patients who came in around the same time as my surgery, and I'm still friends with them. So that's been really lovely too. Well, I think being trans has always been a bit difficult, and you always know that you want surgery, but it's different once you've actually had it. I feel, you know, like I'm at home in my own body now, which is what most people must feel like the second they're born, I guess. But yeah, no, like when I look in the mirror and I look at my body and I see like, you know, what I've become now over these past 6 months, it is who I really am. I don't look in the mirror and see someone else, which is, it's been really, really lovely. Well, I definitely say don't rush into it, because again, it is a surgery, it is irreversible, but that said, the likelihood that you're going to regret it is so slim because the process to get surgery is quite lengthy, even beforehand, like getting on testosterone and all of that, it is a long journey anyways, so you're going to know if you're happy with what's happening beforehand. And definitely I would say talk to Mr. Vahidi and his team, because you know, they answer any question that you have as many times as you want. Because I remember when I came in for my face-to-face consult, I brought my mum, and she pretty much asked all of the same questions that I asked the first time around in the e-consult, and they were more than happy to answer them again. And yeah, I could message them when I had questions, things like that. Definitely talk to people that have had surgery. And another thing is, like post-op, be prepared for the fact that it is a surgery again. Like you have to heal, and it does take a big toll on your body. Like yeah, I said I was like jumping around and stuff, but I remember the 3 days afterwards when like I had the drains and like it was really difficult to move around, and it was good to have support, and that's a big thing. Make sure you have someone with you.